please come and just visit Covenant House Toronto. I spoke with Alexander, who's the employment counselor at the facility. We had an awesome tour, so I hope we provide the best coverage for you. Make sure you check all the links down in the description of Covenant House, and again, hope you enjoy the coverage. Bye for now. Being an employment counselor says a lot about one's character. Why did you choose this particular road? Is there a relatable background or even an event that led you to establishing one's career?
Yeah, well, bringing it back to when I was back in university, I took criminal justice, and my dream was to actually be a police officer. And being a police at school for criminal justice, I got into a lot of volunteer work, and I started volunteering as a big brother. I started realizing that I liked being a mentor. I liked supporting young people and helping troubled, at-risk youth, and that kind of opened up my eyes and opened up those doors for me. I then got introduced into Covenant House. I became a youth worker here, part-time, then a full-time worker, supporting youth every day with routines and just helping youth just fresh off the street and helping settle them into Covenant House. And I wanted to help youth in another way, in another capacity, and being an employment counselor, I thought would be the next right step in the right direction.
And how do you react to some of these youth taking a step back in progression, such as not continuing a certain program? It can be particularly hard, especially when you see such potential in these youth.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times where I meet with a client and, they seem like they have so much potential and they could go so far in life, and one little thing might happen and there might be a slight setback, but that's totally fine. Something that we do here, I try to practice, is just meeting the youth where they're at. And it's a journey. It's more than just getting someone a job and okay, see you later. It's more of a process. So, teaching them those skills and walking them through everything. If they're not ready now, you know what, at least they know I'm here to help them, and maybe they'll come back a week from now or a month from now, but that's totally okay. Yeah.
And the arts is considered a therapeutic and expressive field, and sometimes it could seem maybe not the most stable career choice. How do you encourage these youth to keep on track and do what they're made to be doing?
Yeah, I actually met with a youth the other day that is an amazing artist. She does a lot of great illustrations, and she was saying, you know what, Alex, it's so hard to find a job or a full-time job in this field, which is totally understandable, but I always encourage someone to pursue their passions and their dreams. And the best I can do is connect them with different resources that are out there in the community that could support them around their passion of art or whatever that might be. And what I can do at the moment is maybe help them and support them with getting a part-time job to help fuel that passion and fuel that drive to get them where they want to be.
And simply, what does a day look like for you at the Covenant House?
Simply, okay, so simply a day looks like a lot of meeting one-to-ones with youth. I have about 4 to 5 one-to-one meetings with youth a day, and that could look like anything from sitting down with them and just breaking down a resume. What does it mean? How does it look like? What should go on there? What shouldn't? And I have other youth that are totally have their resume ready to go. They just need help or support going out on Yonge Street and handing out that resume, or going on job search websites and supporting with that. Another part of my day is connecting with community partners and community resources and seeing how we can help support each other and reach that ultimate goal of just employing our youth.
Is it hard to separate yourself from the youth that you're working with, as I can imagine it can be a pull on heartstrings?
Yeah, I mean, on a day-to-day basis, I'm hearing stories that could be quite, that could pull on my heartstrings, and it can be hard to separate both work and, your personal emotions. But at the end of the day, being a professional, you just need to put 2 different hats on. I have my own personal Alex hat that I put on when I'm not at work, and then I have my professional, mentor, peer leader type of hat that I put on here. And it is hard, but I think the real answer is really self-care and just understanding yourself as a person, what your triggers are, and you just got to take care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, then you can't really help other people.
What is the best piece of advice you've given to these youth?
I've given a lot of advice to youth, but the one that I like, or the one that resonates with me, and one that I felt a lot of youth have approached me with, and said that they, really helped them in their life or their journey, was something that a friend of mine told me, which is, you are your own brand. And that is something that I kind of base my life on, something that I like to see. It's, how do you want people to view you as? Do you want people to view you as a hard worker, or a respectable, honest person, or whatever that might be? So you are your own brand, and that's something I like to carry with me everywhere I go.
And when particular street youth are in defenseless substance abuse situations or have been exposed to human trafficking, what are the procedures for the Covenant House to kind of get them back on that road and for success?
Yeah, those issues are quite complex, like human trafficking and mental health and addiction. We do have a human trafficking team here at Covenant House that will support youth around that. We do have a mental health and substance use counselor that will help youth support around that. So if I do come across a client that is really suffering from those challenges, then I'll support them best I can, and refer them to those resources there, and go from there. Yeah.
And do the youth go through a practice of job interviews, or do they strictly kind of just get that experience from prompt placement?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a journey. So we're going through everything it means to secure or hold a job, and that could mean from how to shake someone's hand appropriately, to how to build positive relationships, to mock interview skills, to what happens on the first day of the job, to work etiquette. It can go on and on, how to dress appropriately, and I'm just really on an individual basis on what the youth really need. So wherever they're at, I'll meet them there and support them that way.